She gave her best friend her clothes out of love. But what happened next will shock you.
Vanessa, with this your clothes, I take every good thing that belongs to you. The money, the car, the house, the good luck, all shall be mine.
Baby, please.
I don't love you anymore. This wedding is cancelled.
Please don't do this.
Titi, this is your new house and car, just like you wanted.
Thank you, baby. Madam, government say you built for wrong land. Everything don't finish. Stupid girl. You think you are the only one that knows how to enjoy life. You will remain here forever.
I don't know what I would have done without you. Thank you for being my best friend.
The Evil Best Friend, Season 3. Before we start this interesting story of greed and betrayal, please like this video and subscribe if you always want to get notified when I drop new stories. In the cold cell, Titi didn't call a lawyer. She called the only man who could buy her freedom, her wealthy new lover. Within hours, the power of money spoke. The boy she hit was stable, and with a 10 million naira settlement to the family, the case vanished. Titi walked out a free woman, but she was trapped in a nightmare. As they drove back toward the city, Titi's eyes widened. There, standing right in the middle of the highway, was the towering, demonic figure of her mother. The ghost was taking slow, heavy steps, and every time its foot hit the ground, Titi felt a sharp pain in her chest. "Mommy, stop walking, please, stay down," Titi screamed, clawing at the dashboard. Her boyfriend slammed on the brakes, nearly causing another pile-up. "Titi, what is wrong with you? There is no one there." "I have to go to the village now," she shrieked. Her boyfriend, confused and disgusted by her behavior, refused to drive her further. He called an Uber, dumped her inside, and watched her drive away, wondering if he had fallen in love with a mad woman. Titi arrived at the village house like a whirlwind of fury. She burst inside and saw her mother, sweat dripping from her face, leaning on those metal crutches, moving inch by inch. "Mommy, what is this stupid local thing you are doing?" Titi roared. She grabbed the crutches and smashed them against the wall until they were twisted metal. "Titi, let me be," her mother cried. "The bone doctor is helping me. I want to stand." "You want to ruin me," Titi screamed, her eyes bloodshot. "I give you money. I buy you everything. Why are you so stubborn? Stay down so I can be rich." In a fit of demonic rage, Titi lunged at her own mother. Her hands found her old woman's neck. "Do you want to go back to the trenches? Do you want me to lose my mansion?" She squeezed harder and harder, her face twisted in hate. Her mother struggled, her eyes bulging, gasping for air that wouldn't come. Suddenly, the struggling stopped. The old woman went limp. Titi let go, shaking her. Mommy, stop playing. Stand up. No, I mean, wake up." But it was too late. The anchor was gone. Titi had killed the very person she tried to keep still. At that exact moment, miles away in the hospital, the spiritual fog lifted from Vanessa's mother. Her eyes cleared and she looked down at her legs in horror. "No, I should not be walking. Why am I standing?" she screamed. Vanessa, who had just regained consciousness, looked at her mother in confusion. "Mom, it's a miracle. You can walk. Why are you crying?" "No, Vanessa," her mother wailed, falling back into her chair. "You don't understand. My legs were the price for your wealth. The moment I stand, the contract is broken. Look at you. You've lost your shop, your man, your house. It's because I walked." Vanessa's head spun. "A sacrifice? Mom, what are you talking about? And Titi? Titi said she was the one who helped me." "Titi is not your friend," her mother shouted, her voice trembling with sudden clarity. "She did this. She wanted to destroy you. We must find her now." Back in the village, the local bone doctor walked into the house to check on his patient. He froze at the sight of the old woman lying dead on the floor and Titi standing over her, breathing hard. "What have you done?" the old man whispered. Titi's mind raced. She didn't feel grief. She felt the need to survive. She suddenly fell to the floor, faking tears. She fell. You pushed her. You and your local medicine. You made her try to walk and she fell to her death. Before the old man could react, Titi was on her phone, calling the same police officers her boyfriend had just paid off. "Help! A local doctor has killed my mother. He was treating her illegally and she died." As the police sirens approached to arrest the innocent old man, Titi wiped her eyes. She had lost her anchor, but she was determined to keep her lies. Titi has a mansion, a G-Wagon, and a dead mother she's about to blame on an innocent man.
The village was in an uproar. The police, fueled by the influence of Titi's name and the money her boyfriend had previously scattered, didn't ask many questions. They handcuffed the local bone doctor, dragging him away as he shouted his innocence. "I was only trying to help her walk," the old man cried. Titi stood by the door, wrapped in an expensive black shawl, her face a mask of fake sorrow. "You killed the only person I loved with your local charms, rot in jail," she hissed. But inside, her heart was a cold stone. She had successfully framed the only witness to her crime. Back in the city, Vanessa was discharged from the hospital. She was weak, her left arm still stiff from the partial stroke, but her mind was sharper than ever. Her mother had told her everything: the sacrifice, the spiritual contract, and the realization that Titi had manipulated the entire tragedy. "She wanted me to walk so you would lose everything, Vanessa," her mother wept as they sat in a small, cheap rented room Vanessa's salesgirl had helped them find. "She didn't do it out of love. She did it to steal your life." Vanessa looked at her reflection in a cracked mirror. She had no designer clothes left. She had no diamond ring, but she had the truth. "Mom, if she took it spiritually, we will fight her spiritually and legally. She thinks I am dead, but I am only starting." Titi returned to her mansion, but the victory tasted like ash. Every time she closed her eyes, she felt her mother's neck under her fingers. That night, her rich boyfriend came over to console her. "I heard about your mom, babe. I'm so sorry. But look, I have a surprise. I finalized the papers for the new house in your name." Titi tried to smile, but as she reached for the papers, the lights in the mansion began to hum and flicker. A foul smell, like a decaying body, filled the air. "Do you smell that?" Titi whispered, her voice trembling. "Smell what?" "Titi, you are stressed. Go to sleep." But Titi couldn't sleep. When she went into her walk-in closet, the one filled with the clothes she had taken from Vanessa, she saw something that made her scream. All the designer dresses were dripping with thick red blood. The clothes she had used to exchange her life were now screaming back at her.
The next morning, a knock came at Titi's gate. She expected her lawyer. Instead, when the security guard opened the gate, Vanessa stood there. Vanessa wasn't wearing Gucci. She was wearing a simple cotton wrap, her hair tied back, her eyes burning like fire. Her mother stood beside her, leaning heavily on a cane, her face full of judgment. Titi backed away, her heart hammering. "Vanessa, what are you doing here? You should be in the hospital. I'm sponsoring your treatment, remember?" "The treatment is over, Titi," Vanessa said, her voice calm and terrifying. "I came to see the house you bought with my sweat. I came to see the life you stole with my clothes." "I don't know what you are talking about," Titi shouted, her voice reaching a high pitch. "My man gave me this." "Your man gave you this because you used my star. But the anchor is gone, Titi. I know your mother is dead. I know you killed her because she tried to walk." Titi's face turned pale. How did you?" At that moment, Titi's boyfriend walked out onto the balcony, hearing the noise. Titi, who are these people? Vanessa looked up. Ask her about the bone doctor she put in jail. Ask her why her mother died with finger marks on her neck. Ask her whose clothes she's wearing right now. Titi began to shake. The spiritual transfer was failing because the truth was out in the open. Suddenly, Titi's legs gave way. She fell to the marble floor, her legs turning cold and heavy, exactly like her mother's used to be. My legs, Titi shrieked. I can't feel my legs. Vanessa's mother stepped forward. The debt has moved, Titi. You wanted the life, but you couldn't handle the price. You killed the sacrifice, so now you are the sacrifice. Titi's boyfriend, seeing the madness and hearing the accusations, looked at Titi with disgust. The police are already calling me about that old man's statement. If this is true, Titi, don't ever call me again. He turned and walked inside to call his lawyers to revoke everything. Vanessa stood over her former friend. Keep the clothes, Titi. You need them where you are going. As Vanessa and her mother walked out of the gates, Titi lay on the ground, paralyzed and screaming for help that would never come. The G-Wagon was gone, the man was gone, and the clothes were just rags. Vanessa lost her wealth, but she kept her soul and her mother. Titi got the world, but lost her legs, her mother, and her freedom.
What happens to Titi in the prison cell? Will the ghosts ever let her rest? Can Vanessa rebuild her empire from the scratch? Comment season 4 below if you want to see the story continue.